Hi everyone, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising, and I have a reformer behind me. My home studio still isn't set up. I haven't figured out how to make space yet and how to get all the springs together and how to make the Cadillac and the pipes and how to transfer everything together and lock it in. I'm not good mechanically, so I can work out. I just don't know how to put the pieces together, so I gotta figure this out. Anyway, my reformer's up, one of them. So I'm gonna show you a reformer workout to help for your shoulder girdle stability so that you don't get injured when you play like pickleball or you play racquetball or tennis, and so you don't get a rotator cuff injury. Just strengthen your whole shoulder complex. Okay, so let's start with some footwork just to get our bodies warmed up, and then we'll take it from there. All right, so I'm gonna lie down on my reformer, and I like my headrest down. You could have yours up or down, whatever works best for your neck support. I'm just gonna go on to 3 red springs, and then I'm gonna lie down on my reformer with my feet up on the bar. And you're just gonna have a little space between the feet. Align the middle of your kneecaps over 2nd, 3rd toes. And then I want you to just take an inhalation as you press the carriage out, and then exhale. You wanna feel how the front of your ribs integrate together as you're coming back home. You're breathing in and then breathing out. And then add a heel dip. We'll do 8 reps. My hump ladder barrel's in the way. Let me see if I can move it. I'm not sure. I just noticed. Hold on. I don't think there's much I could do right now at this point. Here we go. Let me move this against the wall. Okay. Yeah, the doorways in this house are too small to put equipment in. They don't go through, so I can't use any of the bedrooms for the equipment. So I'm in like the family room, and then I have like all my stuff stacked in one of the bedrooms, the biggest bedroom of the biggest bedroom. I have a lot of stuff just stacked in there, so I'm not sleeping in it. Okay, so let's begin. Just gonna come on down and add our heel dips. Chest is open, so feel like you're not crammed into your shoulder rest. You have a little space between the feet, and you're just gonna elongate. I want you to dip the heels, integrate the front of your ribs together, come back in. Just breathe deeply. And I don't recommend wearing a necklace when you're on the reformer because you could get attached to the headrest. 3 and 2, which you wouldn't really want. Last one. Draw heels into a V stance, and you want to feel how you're lacing the tops of those inner thighs together. Deep exhale. Really scoop and zip up, intrinsic into those core muscles. And 4 and 3. 2 more. Gently come back. We're going to do our arches next. That's soft tissue. Press out, knees over 2nd toes, resist, come in. Let's just do 8 reps here. Control. Now take heels to outer edges, mid knees over 2nd toes, press into those heels, control back home. Integrate front of ribs together, feel chest open. Excellent. Take heels to the center of your bar. Bring legs hip width apart, knees over second toes. Make sure your headrest is flat because we're going to do some bridging. Headrest down. I want you to inhale, engage core, turn your glutes on. You're going to lift up your pelvis, press out, come in, bring your hips down together. Inhale, exhale, control, land, and lower. Lift, lengthen, control, and lower. Feel those ribs integrated. Neutral hip bridge. Keep that low back elongated. Hips come down at the same moment. 4 more. And 3, 2. Last one. And I love doing running in place at the end of bridging because it drops my low back deep into the mat, relaxes my spine. So instead of doing it classically at the end, I like to do it after bridging. Inhale, exhale, feel how your entire spine lengthens on the mat. Head away from tailbone, elongate your spine. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, exhale. Feel how that low back just drops into the mat. Chest is open. 4, and 3, and 2. Separate those toes. Last set. And gently come all the way back home. Excellent. Maybe hug knees in for a moment. And get that middle part of the back to release right in between your 2 shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, scoop core tight. Gently, you're gonna rock and roll up. Now I'm gonna have you go to a red and a blue spring, a spring and a half. And then we're gonna use our straps. And then I have, my stuff has been in storage 7 years, so I have the old style leather ropes, leather straps with the fuzzy wool. So you might not be used to seeing those because they've been in storage a long time, and nowadays everyone has moved to the ropes. So I'm gonna ask you, when I had a studio, it was funny because I had sets of these and laundering them every week. I'd launder them. All right, we're gonna lift knees to tabletop, anchor the shoulder blades deeper into your lat muscles in your back. And you're gonna inhale, anchor those shoulder blades down, exhale, and 8. Your knees are just up in tabletop, neutral spine, and 6, 5, use your core, 4 more, and then 3, 2 more, last one. Now what I want you to do, place your elbows and the back of your upper arms firm against carriage mat. Feel how the collarbones widen across front of shoulders and chest. And I want you to keep the width across chest without pinching the shoulder blades together in the back. Maintain space and width mid-back between those 2 shoulder blades. Feel ribs wrapping around you. And 5, 4, keep elongating spine into your mat. 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Now, I want you to have your arms straight, your elbows hugged tight to your ribs. It's the forearm, the lower part of the arm that does these little circles, because now we're gonna strengthen your rotator cuff without putting too much strain on the upper arm and shoulder. And 7, space and width between the 2 shoulder blades, mid-back, keep chest open. 5, and then 4, 3 more, 2 more, reverse, feel space between those 2 shoulder blades, inhale, exhale. So the upper arm bone stays put on the mat. 4, control, space between shoulder blades, 3, and then 2, last one, excellent. Gently hang up your straps. All right, Next, what I want you to do, I want you to go to a blue spring all by itself. You want to maintain rib cage straight. You want to make sure that neither one of your hip bones rises up or hikes up. And then I'm going to ask you to come right back down to your carriage mat. Place one arm in your strap, shoulder blade down back. Now just keep an openness across the shoulders and chest. Maybe you'll extend the right leg out as the left arm without letting your back arch. So I just want you to plug that arm into the back of your shoulder girdle. 5, and then 4, stretch and lengthen. 3, keep your back on the mat. 2, neutral. And last one. We're gonna hang up that strap, and then we're gonna take it to the other side, do the same thing, trying to maintain hips stable, straight, so you don't hip hike. So then you just place the other hand into the handle strap, and then if you want, you can add on by doing a leg extension. Scoop your core tight. So you're just making sure you don't arch the back, your abdominals are drawing into the spine. Anchor the shoulder blade down the back. This is really light, so you might need a red spray. Just starting very basic. And 5. Making sure back is neutral. 4. And then 3. Feel that right shoulder blade pulling deeper down. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. All right. I'm going to hang up that strap now. And then turn to turn over with ease. Slide your hips sideways like that. And then you just turn over. You could either, I have a bunch of pads, pillows. I'm not going to grab mine. I have a whole thing of pillows, different sizes. What I'd like to do, if there's no pillow or yoga block, I would bend your bottom arm. A lot of places we use a ball, but I prefer something a little lower down than the ball. So it depends on your comfort and what gives you support for your head neck alignment. So now my hips and my knees are stacked. I'm keeping my shoulder away from my ear. My top shoulder stays down and back. If you have 2 sets of straps, one small loop, one long loop, you're going to go to the short loop, the smaller loop. And then notice how my hand is higher than my shoulder. You don't want to start and end up there because you'll smack the carriage home and then you'll release the tension from your muscles. So what you do, you pull down until you feel the tension begin. You anchor the shoulder blade, keep chest open, breathe into the sides of those ribs, and just bring the arms straight down to your hip. And your goal is not to let your shoulder rise, to stay connected. Feel it go from the armpit to the palm. The leather sounds like when you're on a horse riding with the reins. 5, control, and 4. Again, I have it on a light spraying blue. I like to go heavier than blue, but if you've never done this, I'm having you try it light first. And 3, and 2, because you could work up to red, you could work up to green. Last one. Reach down to hip height. Now anchor the shoulder blade down the back without pinching the 2 of them together. You inhale as your arm goes in front of your shoulder, and then you exhale. And if you have ropes and risers, you won't have to worry about the strap hitting you in the face. Inhale, exhale. When the straps are up higher, they won't smack you. Shoulder blade to back pocket. We're in the shoulder girdle and not using the superficial muscles on top of the shoulder. And 4, exhale. 3, 2 more. Last one. Keep your arm reaching down to the height of your hip. Now your whole arm bone, humerus bone, upper part of the arm stays against side of ribs, bend and press from elbow to wrist. Want you to get some tricep work, shoulder stays down and back, chest is open. Control each direction. and 5. Control. 4 more. Elbow hugs tight. 3. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. So if you've never done these exercises before, you could stay on a blue. That's fine. Bend your top knee in. Place your foot into the long loop this time. Long strap. Make sure you have the 2 hip bones aligned. And I want you to stretch your leg out long. Fold knee. Turn on glute max. Press the leg out long. Come back in. Knee in line with hip. 8. Really feel like there's some space between ribs and hips. 7. Maintain that stability of the pelvis. Inhale, exhale. And 4. Sometimes the strap leather will rub on the vinyl. 3. And 2. Squeeze your glute. 2. Last one. Now what I want you to do, bend the knee in, avoid moving either one of the 2 hip bones. Keep them squared straight to the front. Start to rotate femur bone, external rotation of thigh bone and side hip joint. Now extend and turned out position. Keep the hips straight and stable. And 8. Scoop core in, zip up. 7. And 6. Little external rotation. 5. Control. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, last one. Now extend the leg long. And then I'm going to have you do a little pendulum without moving either hip bone. And inhale and exhale. My machine might make a little noise since it sat in a pod for 7 years. So I have to get it serviced. I haven't yet. 7 and 6. Keep pelvis stable. 5 more. Core is strong. And 4. And 3. 2 more. You're feeling your core really deepen into your back. Last one. Now gently, you're going to do circles without moving hips. Inhale, exhale. Pelvis is stable. 5. 4. Feel those obliques wrapping sides of waist. 3 more. 2 more. And inhale, exhale, reach. Last one. Reverse. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Pelvis is stabilized. And 5. 4 more. Engage outer hip, inner thigh. 3 more. And 2. Excellent. Last one. And then gently draw the knee in. We're going to release our foot from the strap. And then do a little release. Maybe you'll extend the leg off to the floor, off the reformer to the floor. Get your hip, your glute. If that's not enough of a stretch, take your foot and reach over. Get that deep hip and glute, lateral glute, piriformis. And so we're going to repeat this on the other side, and then I want to take you into some more shoulder work for shoulder girdle stability. So what I want you to do, you're just going to turn your body over. I'm going to face away from you since I have to. And then you just stack your knees, stack your ankles. I'm going to bring my arm across the headrest. I'm in stable, hips are stable. I'm aligned, I have some space between my bottom ribs and the mat. Grab your top loop. You don't want to start up here. Find the point where your arm is in line with your shoulder socket, and then you want to anchor the shoulder blade down your back, stretch arm to hip. Control in each direction. This is light. I'm going to keep it where it's at. You could do red if you're used to doing this. I just didn't want to start off with it too heavy. Control each way. Flow. Hand to hip, reach to the front, shoulder blade down back. Avoid pinching shoulder blades together, keep them apart. the upper arm into your ribs, fold elbow in halfway, 90 degrees, engage tricep, back of arm, bend and press and bend and press. Really engage the tricep, back of the arm, shoulder blade anchors down, back. Last one. Awesome. Next, go ahead, place your foot into your long strap. If you have a long loop, place foot in it. Cross the arch. If you tend to cramp a lot in your foot or toes or feet or calf, go closer to the heel side of your foot. Get those glutes to activate. Bend in halfway, press heel out. Inhale, really engage that glute max right under at the top here. And 6, reach. 5, exhale. Ribs expand, ribs knit. Now as you bring your leg in, your hips stay squared, turn out position. Really engage from the inner thigh to the outside of your hip and thigh. Get that glute medius to turn on. Inhale, exhale. And 7, and stretch, and 6, ribs wrap. 5, ribs wrap. 4, keep pelvis still, motionless. Now extend the leg long, swing forward and swing back without moving either hip, little pendulums. Feel side of hip and glute. Now you're going to circle without moving your hips, really scoop the core in tight. 3, 2, feel the